Major reforms are underway at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA, in what has been a long road of investigations that are still ongoing. The graft allegations surround the procurement of COVID-19 related medical equipment at alleged inflated costs to the tune of over 7 billion shillings. So what is the state of KEMSA right now? Well, it is a beleaguered body under investigation by more than one agency or body. Now, one is the Public Investments Committee that held about 55 sittings and spoke to directors of over 102 firms, and whose final recommendations included further investigations into the graft allegations by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Now, as for that investigation, well, the files are now with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Following the back and forth between their office and that of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the ethics body issued a tweet following a story that we did here on Citizen Television, highlighting the ping-pong between the two offices, now saying there is a team comprising officers from both agencies currently addressing issues that have been raised by the DPP. Now, not forgetting, there was the Auditor General's Office, which about a year ago in September 2020 said that KEMSA had procured the COVID-19 related items at a higher price as compared to the current market pricing, implying that KEMSA may have realized a loss of over 2 billion shillings. Now, that audit report also recommended further investigations by the DCI and the EACC. Now, they also recommended that the KEMSA board consider overhauling the business model, which has failed to deliver a robust supply chain management system that is efficient. So what is that business model of KEMSA? Well, first of all, KEMSA is the sole procuring body for all public health facilities. It is a fully demand-driven supply system that is based on a not-for-profit, self-sustaining commercial model. So basically, they use their power to purchase medicines at a wholesale price and then supply that to the counties, who then pay them for the drugs. But let's take a look at how that works. But the counties owe KEMSA, as it turns out, over 2.4 billion shillings in debt. Now, case in point is Nairobi County, which owed KEMSA over 200 million shillings. KEMSA resumed supplies to Nairobi County hospitals after a commitment to pay that debt over time back in 2018. Now, county governments in some instances say they cannot pay KEMSA because of the monies owed to them by the national government. Now, all of this debt means that KEMSA cannot supply hospitals with what they need. And what that means is that you are not able to get the drugs cheaply when you go to hospital and are asked to go purchase them outside the public health facility at a higher cost. Now, the recent audit report highlights more of these inefficiencies. Now, here's a snapshot of just 1 month in June 2021. That's this year. Now, in this month, that's June 2021, KEMSA received 11,000 orders, but it only serviced 345 of them. This is a fill rate of less than 1%. Now, a fill rate is actually defined as the ability of KEMSA to fulfill or service orders that it receives from various public hospitals. Now, when I spoke to some officials like Dr. Daniela Monene, who is a pharmacist and the CEO of the Pharmacists Association of Kenya, she tells me that this fill rate is supposed to be a minimum of 95%. Now, in addition, KEMSA is owed 6.4 billion shillings, and it in turn owes its creditors 4.5 billion shillings. Now, that's not all. The Medical Supplies Authority is also bloated. The number of staff approved was 341, while it currently has 922 members of staff. This means that KEMSA has 581 more employees than were approved. So what next? Well, it is the reforms, and there is debate around what is being done and the manner in which it is being done. Now, some of which is subject to court proceedings, so we won't go in there. But what is key is that these reforms must be done because it has real effects on Kenyans like you and I, who are seeking affordable medicines at public health facilities. Many who are now spending more money purchasing the regular drugs that they need outside of public hospitals. And that's why those reforms at KEMSA are absolutely vital.